Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody that you had attraction for. Maybe you went on a date, maybe you just flirted, but there was this possibility, right? And you thought about it. Maybe you even, in some instances, fell in love with this person, but things fell apart and you followed your intuition or you took the exit ramp, right? Maybe they weren't showing you the attention that you thought would indicate they were actually interested. Maybe you felt like they were still hung up on their ex. There's something here that made you feel like the right move was to walk away. So we've got the Four of Potions, which is the Four of Cups, and the the World in the reverse. There's a sense of, yeah, it was a possibility to keep pursuing this person, but it didn't really seem right. And then this Page of Candles or Page of Wands is good news. It's like it's a connection that maybe would have been fun, but wasn't going to have the long-term connection you were looking for. And it leaves you available for somebody who is serious. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of Winchester. I hope you're having a good day so far. Thanks for making me giggle, Tiana. I hope you're having a good day. Hello, Pichitata. Hello, Michael. How you doing? If you would like a personal reading, I would love to help you with one. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com, and that's in the description box below. If I said that too fast, right below my email address, you can also find additional information on how to get more content. I do have 3 different tiers for memberships if you would like to join. Thank you to the current members. Just posted some shorts for y'all, so I hope you like them. Where should we start? I think we'll start with the Poe Tarot. Just a reminder, I don't read these in the reverse. What else do we have? I feel like this will be like the person that rejected you, or like you rejected them. If they rejected you, they expected you to like fight for it and you didn't. So, a variation of rejection, I suppose. Chariot. There's the Lovers. That makes sense. I thought the World was the Lovers. We should say the World in the reverse. So we've got the Chariot, the Two of Paws or the Two of Pentacles, and the Lovers. As soon as the balloon quits the earth, it is subjected to the influence of many circumstances tending to create a difference in its weight, augmenting or diminishing its ascending power. This person would have been a little bit of baggage. This person would have slowed you down. This person would have made it more difficult for you to get where you need to be. And you figured that out. And you were like, you know what? If I have to choose between the things that I want and this person who I kind of like medium want, then I'm going to go with the other thing. For some of you, you were smart enough to say, if this isn't the person that I really do see myself with long term, then I'm not interested in Mr. or Mrs. right now, right? And so, all the night tide, I lie down by the side of my darling, my life, and my bride. So we have somebody who's focused on a spiritual connection. I don't want just to be attracted to somebody physically. I want to have a real connection with them. So that, I don't think I read the Two of Paws. I became insane with long intervals of horrible sanity. The thing is, you feel like it's a lot easier to avoid toxic connections or relationships because you are listening to your intuition. You let your discernment guide you. You're not looking for reasons to fall in love. You're looking for reasons to avoid heartache. It's a very different approach. I'm so glad to hear that. Oh, man's been great. Man's been awesome. Except for it's super hot. I'm not a fan of how hot it is. Hello, Anon. How are you doing? Hello, Zoo. How are you? Hello, Steven. What's going on? 7 of Swords. 9 of Rings or 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So we've got this person that you decided not to pursue, or you were just fine with them like kind of backing away or even rejecting you. There's something that came through to you as like a trickster energy or not dishonest with the Seven of Swords. You like may have actually caught them in a lie. With the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, this could be pertaining to their money. This could be pertaining to whether or not they're actually single, or if they're, hanging out with a lot of other people. We've got the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. You didn't feel like this was the one. Some of you even just like lost your attraction to them based on something they said. Nine of Wands, Ten of Swords in the reverse, and the Star in the reverse. Yeah, I think you saw them react to a situation in a negative way or an immature way. And you know that if you were dealing with it, you would have handled it in a much like more mature way. And I don't feel like you're wrong. I do think that you have a pretty good read on the situation. For some of you, this person overreacted on the phone with a family member or maybe even in person. For others of you, this is someone who did something in front of you that they didn't realize was kind of rude or immature. And I think you're just kind of like Homer Simpson into the shrubs. I don't know if this is for me. Thank you, Michael. Hey, Laura. How's it going? You'll have to tell me if you want me to call you something different. Seven of Rings in the reverse, clarifying the Seven of Swords. So I think we had 2 9s. And now we have 2 7s. Page of Wands in the reverse. Ace of Cups in the reverse. What you initially found attractive may have kind of fallen apart, or what you believed to be true about this person's character was shown to be false or some sort of illusion. So the Ace of Cups is in the reverse because you are not interested in pursuing something with this person. And maybe they're not used to any kind of rejection. Maybe they're used to people being kind of stuck on them for a while. But I do feel like there's some ego issue here where the fact that you're not interested in them really does bother them, even if they are acting fairly disinterested in you. Hanged Man, 6 of Rings or 6 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Swords. Yeah, this is someone who likes to leave people in a place of indecision. Yeah, you're great. I just don't know if now's the right time. And with the 6 of Pentacles, I feel like you return that energy. Like, yeah, you know what? You're right. I don't think we should. We'll just, give each other some space. No big deal. They wanted you to end up in this 8 of Swords, but instead of ending up in the 8 of Swords, you're just like agreeing with them, and that like pisses them off. It's kind of funny. It's like, you're not supposed to agree with me. You're supposed to fight me on this. This is What's the News. What else do we have? All right. Well, that makes sense. So the first card that I pulled today was the 4 of Cups. And in the Hocus Pocus deck, it's a little bit unusual because there's more of a party vibe to it, right? With those bottles. It's like bottle service. And now we have the Turnt card, or like the party animal card. This could be someone who thought they were being charming when they showed you how quickly they could drink a beer, or when they tried to, drink competitively or spend a lot of money. This is someone who played their cards the wrong way, okay? It's like if you've ever played euchre, this person thought the trump card or like suit was the other suit. Like, this is not how they were going to win your affections, but they were convinced it would work. So they were showing off in a way that's immature, and it it made you realize other things about this person. So even though there was this kind of like new sparkle to this connection, you were kind of like, oh yeah, you're funny. They definitely fumble by acting in a way that they feel is kind of like braggy, and for you, it's more of like a very big turn off. You're just like, no, thank you. Yeah, you've gone through a lot and you're not really interested in the kind of attitude this person has. So we've got the blues, scared, heavy emotions, mental distress. You may see that this person talks too much about their ex and therefore may be still hung up on their ex. You may see that this person is easy to anger. Maybe they lose their temper on like a bartender or a flight attendant or something, their own family. There's something here where you're like, okay, well, it really does seem to me that there's a situation that needs to be dealt with and you haven't dealt with it. Star in the reverse is a lack of healing. Hey, Key Controller, how you doing? I don't think they are. So we have time. This is someone who likes to claim that they're too busy, but this is part of their little charade. I don't think they're being honest about that. And I don't think I need to even like tell you that. I think you pick up on that already. This is Cats Rule the Earth. Six of Wands in the reverse. Page of Swords. It's like, I don't know why I'm picturing it this way. I'm picturing three judges with like, you know, cards like 1 through 10. Like, yeah, we give that a 10. That was an excellent performance. In your brain. Just sitting up here. Nice little gym chairs, you know, foldable chairs. Yeah, boo, hiss. That was a 0. Like, Page of Swords is like noted. Oh my God, I can't believe that you treated somebody that way, or I can't believe you said that. Six of Wands in the reverse, arrogance, cockiness. Feeling like something is going to impress someone when it really doesn't. Queen of Cups, Five of Wands in the reverse. So even though this is somebody who feels like if they, you know, put on their little show, or if they make you laugh, you know, remember to shower that day, they'll probably be able to get another date. You look at them and you're like, no, no. They take it personally. Don't take it personal. They definitely think you should be like more into them than you are. They don't understand that something they say or something they do is just like game over for you. Like, no, you need to work on that. Could literally be how they party, how much they party. It could be how they treat people when they are in the process of partying. Like, you can have a good time without putting other people down, right? I don't know, this person can. Temperance in the reverse. They end up with problems. So this could be someone who's like, hey, sorry I didn't text you. I lost my phone because I was too drunk. Hey, sorry I didn't call you, or sorry I didn't like meet you for drinks like I said I would. Such and such happened because I forgot to charge my phone. Like, there's just this like, okay, well, if that's something that you mess up, then I don't know if I really want to like deal with anything pertaining to you. Judgment. So you make a decision. You're like, nah, thanks, I'm good. And this, what are we calling the person that you're, probably the Six of Wands, It's really the Six of Wands in the reverse for arrogance, but we'll call them the Six of Wands. And what are you, my friend? I don't know. I kind of feel like you're the Page of Wands because there's like good news or like you read it right, you know? You were correct that this was somebody who was just showing you like their good side. And then you saw a glimpse of the real them, or they say something that just kind of like betrays what they've been trying to build as far as reputation with you. With the King of Swords in the reverse, clarifying the Queen of Cups. For me, that's like, I want you to see me as a sweetheart, or I want you to see me as somebody who would be like super charming and a total catch. But with the King of Swords in the reverse, there's this like record scratching moment where you're like, oh, no. Ugh. It's like they say Ellen DeGeneres is their favorite celebrity, and you're like, sorry, do you actually like her? I mean, if you did like 10 years ago, I could forgive that more easily than today. King of Cups, Six of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords in the reverse again. And we have the Six of Pentacles. I feel like you're the King of Cups. You've got this emotional maturity that outpaces the understanding of the person you were dating or the person that you went on a date with. I didn't know they make them that smart. Don't hate me. I just love accents, okay? Look, this is somebody who really felt like they could play their little games and you would be like, oh my gosh, you're so great. Can we just stare at each other for a while? No, you want to see like actual substance in this person, and this person might not have a lot of substance to offer. Maybe substance is, but like substance, maybe not. Hi, Pharaoh. How's it going? Oh, no, believe me. I have been plenty interested in partying and that kind of energy. We just don't do this now. Like, it's just not worth it. So, in other words, I feel like you are already kind of pushing on the brakes or losing interest in this person by the time they start pulling back. They expect you to pursue them more aggressively. They're like, of course, why would you ever give up? I'm just like so sought after. Everybody wants me. But you're more so focused on this isn't really the vibe I'm looking for. This isn't really the type of connection I want. You've been through too much. You've healed from a difficult toxic relationship. You're not interested in finding another toxic relationship. You would much rather be by yourself than deal with that. This is the Gypsy Oracle. Thank you, Pharaoh. Hi, DeMarco. You're sweet. Ooh. All right, we've got the cheerfulness, enemy, hope, servant, and sorrow. Yeah, we could have somebody who's partying too much. We have somebody who focuses on like the surface level because they are still hurt from a situation in their past. And so they don't like to get too close to anybody. But I do think that this enemy card is their ex. Either there's like a child or children involved where they can't actually disconnect from the ex, or they still have feelings for the ex. Maybe even just angry feelings, but those are still feelings. This is why forgiveness is important, right? If you forgive someone, that is letting go of that connection or that person's ability to have any impact over your mood. When I forgive someone, I'm saying, that's okay. I've got bigger fish to fry. I am focused on other things. I can let that go. Does it mean I'm going to let you back in my life? Probably not. But like, I don't want that to be something that I have to carry around with me, right? So we've got servant and sorrow. I feel like this person is, how do I explain this? It's like they enjoy the sadness that they have, and they use it to not feel bad about what happens to other people. It's kind of a vicious cycle, the whole like hurt people kind of thing. But to be cognizant of it and know that you're spreading that sadness to other people is kind of lame, you know? This is the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot. Good luck at work. Did I say hello to Bitchy Tata? I think I did. We've got Temperance, King of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, I think you pick out that this individual is not able to connect. The Six of Wands is somebody who really just thinks about how people perceive them on the outside. They're not like introspective. They're not working on things. They want to put you in this indecisive spot or this like unfinished business back burner area. And you're like, no, I'm good. I'm going to leave, actually. You're not going to hang around and wait for more attention from this person because you don't really want their attention. Emperor in the reverse, Wheel of Fortune, and the Moon. You can see they have a tendency to be like secretive or elusive, Seven of Swords, trickster energy, right? But not only that they've been manipulative. So you feel like unless you want another cycle of toxic connections, which you don't, that it would just be kind of silly to stay around, right? Six of Swords, Five of Cups in the reverse, Devil. This has been popping up in several readings lately that we have somebody who gets to know or starts to get to know a manipulative energy romantically. And this play or like this dance of who can get the other one obsessed first happens. Except for that's not your goal. Your goal is like you're ducking, right? Like, I don't want to deal with another toxic relationship. And they want to get you obsessed, but because you reject them or because you walk away, now this person's like, wait, why don't you want me? Of course you want me. Did you meet me? I'm awesome. Come back here. I know you'll fall in love. Just give me another chance. I'm so cool. You're like, no, not really. I've seen that one before. So by trying to get you obsessed with them, they get themselves obsessed. This is why we talk about energy that you put out coming back to you, right? And this is all because they are not healed. You're not susceptible to these games because you have self-worth, because you have already let go of a toxic connection and you're not out here trying to just get like validation from other people. Page of Swords, observation. You saw this person act in a certain way, Seven of Wands in the reverse, and you knew, okay, this is somebody who is still hurting or still dealing with a situation from the past. They're not ready to accept love. They're not ready to fall in love. I'm going to run so far away because I don't want to deal with that. Let's see if the haunted card comes out. Or I think it says haunting. This person's dealing with some negative energy, and it could be their own, could be someone else is sending it to them, could be both of those things, to be honest. So we have unknown and karma, unfamiliar territory, void, obscure, wait, risk, and trial, and cycles, fortune, destiny, divine intervention. Yeah. You're seeing the true character of this individual in a way that you would recognize it as toxic was the divine intervention to make sure that you don't get involved with this person. Even though you may not know them very well, they do remind you of somebody else. And we've got the serendipitous card and create. Right place, right time, lucky and unexpected. Because see, the thing is there's somebody else out here that you haven't met yet. And when you meet that person, you better be single. Like, I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life, but you better be single. Like, this is your blessing. This is somebody who's very creative. They could be musical. They could be the world's best dancer. Maybe they compose. Maybe they build furniture. I love this too. We have like 2 gray cards and 2 pinkish red cards. This is somebody that you want to be single for because they have been working on their healing and they have something major in common with you. Something about how you move your body. You can totally make that a dirty joke if you really want to. But I think it's more so about how you burn calories. Like, do you like to do CrossFit? No judging. I don't think anyways. Do you go for long walks on the beach? Maybe you like to do foot fires, or maybe you line dance. Maybe you want to get into something and this person's really good at it. But I do feel like there's something about being active that the 2 of you both enjoy, or travel. Seed, potential, fertility, idea, budding, future, and capable. You want to be single when you're in the right place at the right time to meet this new love interest. Oh my God, I told you. I freaking told you. Some of you are going to start a family. If you're not interested in that, you know how to not do that. But those of you who are interested in a serious relationship and want to start a family or build onto your family, this person's serious like that. All right, let's get a few from, this is the Earth and Bone Oracle. Good. What else do we have? Flight number 28, opportunity, prosperity, new venture, and don't wait. I mean, look, I'm being shown Wisconsin Dells, and if y'all don't know what that is, that's okay. I'm from Minnesota initially, or originally, so of course I have to know about like the Wisconsin Ducks and all that. But what I just saw in my mind was all of those cute little like touristy shops. So really any place that has tourism, where they have a bunch of those little like shops. You can get t-shirts, you can get little magnets, you can get, shoot, you guys. I literally got this dress in Wisconsin Dells in one of these shops that I'm talking about, and I just realized. That's really funny. Okay, so the idea being, if you don't find what you're looking for in one of those shops and you know there's 5 other ones on the same street, you're not going to stay and buy something that you don't really like. You're not going to stay and date or pursue somebody who you know your interest is kind of not really there. They're not acting interested. Like, why would you hang out? You know there's other people, right? So you have this inner feeling, this inner knowing, I'm going to actually meet somebody worth my while. And if you ain't it, I'm not going to like waste my time. I got shopping to do, places to be, tanning to do. What else did I do there? I had one of those Ripley's, believe it or not. I had a really cool game shop. All right. The Pack, inner work, community, deep connections, celebration, and soul tribe. There's someone who has done the inner work, much like you have, that is headed right for you, and they want to love on you. You better let them. You have free will. You can do what you want. But they're better than this person. Just going to say it like that. Sorry. It's probably rude. Hello, Rachel. How are you doing? So we have Trinity number 3, balancing decisions, priorities, adapting to change, and 27, Cage, independence, freedom, revelation, release, and reclaiming power. So you're adapting to the fact that this person's vibes changed. They're not approaching you the same way. They don't seem to have the passion you're looking for, or maybe they don't respect people the way you feel like they should. Maybe they don't respect you the way they should. Whatever it is, you're like, not for me. Moving on. Let's go. Go check out another shop, see what else they got. All right, let's see. Oops. What else we've got? I want to find out more about this new love. This is the Romance Angel Oracle. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. And stay optimistic about your love life. Yeah, so you know this ain't it. You're not going to hang around with this person that isn't really as impressive as they want you to think they are. But you remain positive. You know that there's someone coming into your life soon. Some of you have been seeing signs or messages in your dreams. You need to be expressive when you do feel it, though. When there's someone here who really is good for you. And then we've got Release the Ex, which totally makes sense. Don't let this person waste any of your time. You've got like legitimate love coming to you. So, yeah. Thank you, Pharaoh. I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes, and I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.